back. We are live. I'm back from Augusta, Georgia. Andy was just saying how Rory won it again, and Andy called it a week ago. Yes, sir. What a good Masters. What a good Masters tournament. Insane to be there. So I thought, people like always have some curiosities about Augusta, Georgia, the Masters tournament, Augusta National Golf Club, those kinds of things. So while we're getting on the workout tip this morning, continuing our 60-day six-pack challenge, of which we're in day 14, uh, we're going to talk about the Masters, guys, because it was an epic experience to be there. Let me tell you. It's got to be a bucket list item, especially if you're a golfer. Oh, yeah. Gotta be a bucket list item for you if you're a golfer. Even if you're not a golfer, it's just one of the most history-filled and classy golf tournaments you can possibly go to on the tour. I'll tell you that much. So I'm just kind of creeping in back from the Masters, and then had to do the 2-day conference, of course, the cash flow conference. That was pretty epic. Actually turned out to be a lot better than I assumed it would be, since it was our first go round at that, but it did turn out to be pretty slick. What's up, Andy? Can you hear me loud and clear? I see that you're on this morning. Let me know that you can hear me and that my camera's working out good, since it's been a week since I've been on the live now here. We took a little break ski. We took a little break ski to go to the Masters, and boy, was it fun. So I figured there's going to be some Q&A about the Masters course. People probably want to know what the hell it's like to go there. But it was epic. And yeah, Rory did take it down again. So Rory took it down. What do you know? What do you know? Yeah. So what's up, Andy? Can you hear me? Do you guys get it? Am I live? Is my sound working? Well, anyways, I'm sure you'll tell me about that in a second. But good morning. Good morning. Yeah, we're talking about the Masters tournament. Just got back from the Masters. It was a fantastic time. Rory McIlroy took it for the second year in a row. Awesome stuff there. But so many people always have questions about this tournament. It's kind of a bucket list item for a lot of people. So we will get some working out in. We're still on day 14 of the 60-day six-pack challenge, if you know what's up. So those of you who join along for that, we work out here in my garage gym. We call it the Dungeon. My name's Patrick. I'm a fund manager, so we talk physical and financial fitness here. But I did take a couple days off. I haven't been here live in a little while because I went out to the Masters golf tournament. And it was such a blast going to Augusta National, that golf club, and being a part of the Masters and hearing the roars around there and eating the egg salad sandwiches and all that good stuff. But pretty damn badass. So who's the cameraman? Momo Creations. The cameraman is my little electronic friend. But yeah, wasn't it fun? Oh boy, wasn't it fun? It is such a unique experience going to the Masters. I don't think there's got to be nothing like it. First of all, there's no golf course that's like it. Tell you that. There's certainly no golf course that is as hilly and as interestingly built than that course. So Augusta National is just a cool place to be. It's full of history. Most people don't know Augusta National Golf Course used to be a nursery for plants run by a baron since like 1850s. And it used to be called Fruitland Nurseries. So it's got a lot of rich history behind it. It's a very interesting place to go. It's right in the middle of Augusta, Georgia, right? Augusta, Georgia. In Augusta, Georgia, there ain't really much else going on. So like what happens in Augusta throughout the year? Well, not much. They've got a Waffle House, and no, I don't want to dog Augusta at all like that, but it's just not a big town, right? Augusta, Georgia is a really small town. The whole town blows up and gets as busy as you're ever going to see when the Masters comes into town. And that's the big deal there in Augusta. So it's interesting going to Augusta, Georgia. It's, I went to the Waffle House. Let's go. It's been a while since I ate at a Waffle House. Uh, Augusta, it's beautiful. There's a lot of trees. The neighborhoods are filled with the Midwestern feel of the smaller brick homes. It's just a really beautiful place. But once you get onto the grounds of the Masters, it's its own little city. It's its own little world. So, Momo, I'm from San Diego. Hey, AJ, how you doing? Andy said, great weekend at the conference. Great weekend at the conference. That's darn right. The conference went well too. So you guys know it was a crazy week for me. I left on Tuesday night and flew overnight from San Diego to Augusta, full on red eye. And then got there for a packed week of going to the Masters and doing all that. Then I flew home. And then the day after, the morning after I got back from Augusta at the Masters, I had to do the cash flow conference online. So it's been a really busy week. I'm trying to recoup still. But, and we're also still stuck in this 60-day damn six-pack challenge. So, we're on day 14 or 15 of trying to get six-pack abs. So there's a bunch going on, you guys. But I figured people probably do have quite a few questions, especially if you guys are golfers out there. If you're a golfer, you probably do have questions about the Masters or something about it, if you've never been there. But I like the fit. Reminds me of a Cream Mountain Dew epic Fred. What is that? Fred Flintstone. All right, cool name, Fred. No, it's funny. I like these melon hats. Forgive the hat head and all that, but I like these melon hats, and they actually had this pretty sick little green and white one. So I ended up grabbing it for the Masters out there. And I got this shirt here, guys. This one's so cool. It has this patch on the back. And it's kind of like the same patch that they wear as the caddies there at the Masters. So got a couple cool threads, cool shirts, all that good stuff out there at the Masters. It was epic. It was really cool. But I figure people do have questions about the grounds, Augusta, Georgia, the Augusta National Golf Course, the experience, the egg salad sandwiches, the $3 beers or whatever. I think the beers were $6 this year, which is still really cheap for beers at a venue like that. But whatever it is, $3 sodas, $2.50 egg salad sandwiches, all that good stuff. It is what it is, guys. It is its own beast. Masters tournament in Augusta. Rory McIlroy won the darn thing for the second year in a row now. That's pretty sick. There's not a lot of back-to-back champions there at the Masters. So congrats to Rory McIlroy. That young man's been killing it since he was just a little guy. And he's, arguably one of the best golfers in the entire world now. It's good for Rory. His parents were there, got to see him win. How cool of an experience would be if you had a child that was that good of a athlete, like in golf, and you get to go to the Masters and watch your kid win the darn thing. So congratulations to the McIlroys and Rory and all that good stuff. Pretty awesome accomplishment, winning that darn tournament 2 years in a row. And then right back in town to do the darn cash flow conference. Wild, right? Maybe I can put you guys a little further away from me because my cameraman's not acting right today. There you go. Maybe I can open a window too. I can see that it's going to get hot and muggy today. It's like kind of rainy weather in San Diego. Ooh, that's bright out there. Kind of rainy weather in San Diego. Today it looks like it's going to clear up, but it rained a little bit yesterday in San Diego. That ain't right. That ain't right. It's not supposed to rain in San Diego. What's up with that? So guys, we're just going to crush it today. Get right back to it, man. We had to take time off. We went a little askew on our dieting. We were doing traveling. We were doing a lot of sitting in airplanes and sitting in a chair Saturday and Sunday over the weekend, running the cash flow conference, helping to host that. And so guys, we're on this challenge to get ourselves in the best physical and financial shape as we possibly can. Sometimes you're going to have a break. Sometimes you're going to have a bad break in the dieting. Sometimes you have a bad break in the workouts. Maybe you miss a couple days of a workout. You have to go on a vacation. Who knows what? But the key to like a 60-day challenge, guys, is to snap back quickly, reset, get yourself crack-a-lacking again, and get back on track. That has to go with the diet and with the workouts. So that's what we do today. We get back into the grind, whether we like it or not. But yes, the Masters was a brilliant time. The gentlemen that I'm able to go visit out there too, my colleagues, are insanely wonderful people. I love spending time with them. And so it's all around a win, you know. A lot of times it's on people's bucket lists to get themselves out to the Masters golf tournament in Augusta, Georgia. And I do recommend that you do put it on your bucket list. I really do. It's an amazing experience. It's an amazing experience. So what we're doing is we're just hitting the snapback, today because we had days off. We had a couple days off. So when you get a couple of days off and you're on a 60-day fitness goal, that's all right. You can't get all mad or blame yourself. But if you go on vacation, you travel, the dieting's probably not the same as you'd like it to be, and you kind of fall off a little bit, we got to snap right back. That's all. Just don't let those bad habits continue. This is day one of me really being back to working out because, like I said, guys, we went to the Masters tournament in Augusta pretty much all week. I left last Tuesday. When I got back from the Masters, we hosted the real estate cash flow conference online. That was badass. Ton of great speakers, ton of great information. I think it went better than I even expected it to go. So I was quite happy with that. And I know the attendees got a lot of value out of it. And then we're going to be putting out the recordings too. So there's going to be recordings of the entire, all the sessions and all the speakers that folks are going to receive, which is pretty badass. But if you're a golfer, Andy's hearing that people loved it. That's great, man. That is great. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad we ended up going through all that and actually doing that thing because rather than completely cancel it all, that was a good move. People got a lot of value out of it. Yeah. Andy, you're a golfer, aren't you? Or you like the Masters? You're into it. What do you think about getting out there to Augusta? Have you been out there yet? Have you been able to attend the Masters? If not, what kind of questions might you have about it? Because I'd love to be able to give people some insight on the experience. If you have any questions about it. Dun, 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 dun. Huh. I don't know what happened to the comments there, but that's all right. You know what? I'm going to take my cameraman off this morning. It's starting to bug me. Here we go. All right. Let's get you off of my cameraman. We don't need that no more. Oops. There you go. Oh yeah, you know what? I got pictures too that I'll show you guys if I can get them downloaded. It's pretty funny. We got on TV 8 times or 7 times. If you were watching the Masters on Thursday, my buddy Chase, my buddy Chase ended up messaging me. You're not allowed to have like phones or cameras or anything in the Masters, and so you have to wait to call people and be back to real life when you get out of the Masters. And when I got out of the Masters and I got my phone sparked back up again, neck's a little sore. When I got my phone sparked back up and could communicate with people again, I had a text on my phone from my boy Chase who said, "I just saw you on TV at the Masters. That's so dope." So I got some, excuse me, I got some photographs I'll try to bring up on the laptop in a minute and show you guys. But yeah, I wore Masters yellow outfit. Most everybody on the whole grounds always wears Masters green. But you know, the yellow in the Masters logo and all the yellow surrounding the Masters, it's basically yellow and green. So I wore Masters yellow. So it was really easy to pick me out of the crowd. So we got on TV like 7 different times, standing 5 or 10 feet away from some of these pros. while they were hitting their shots and listening to the caddy conversations and everything up close and personal. I mean, 5, 10 feet away, literally. So amazing experience. Is this green screen? No, that ain't green screen. This is just my garage gym, brother. Hey, NJ, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm back. I'm back. Uh, Andy, that misspelling in the comment that you sent is pretty funny, though, by the way. I said, "Hey, Andy, have you ever been out to the Masters?" And Andy meant to say, "No, but I so want to." Uh, but it accidentally came out, "No, but I so want you." So thank you, Andy. Appreciate that. And no, I so want to. It was supposed to be. Is this the green screen? No, but we were talking about the green jacket. We were talking about that green jacket that Rory won. Um, Pretty amazing. Super funny. I don't know if people are getting. I don't know. I don't know if people are getting booted off here or not because I have my darn screen share on. You guys know when I do that, we got problems. So I got my flat screen TV behind here so that if I turn around, I can still see your comments. But for some reason, when the Wi-Fi links up between my phone and that darn TV, the viewership is really low on the live. And then whenever I turn the TV off or I stop the screen share, it gets off that Wi-Fi signal. It seems like more participants, but who knows? Maybe I'm just going crazy. But yeah, epic stuff. Um, that's funny that somebody would ask if this is a green screen. I don't know. That'd be weird, huh? Why would somebody put this garbage in their background on a green screen? Too funny. But we're just getting back to it. We got travel body. We got travel body in place, right? Ton of sitting, maybe a little bit backwards on the dieting for what, 4 or 5 days now. So we can't let that continue. We just got to get right back to it as quickly as possible. So today we're just going to do the old school workout that got me back into getting in shape back about 2 years ago at this time. And it was just shoulder presses, bench presses, dips, and some triceps. So that's all we're doing today. Getting back to it. I'll tell you what's interesting about the Masters golf tournament there at Augusta, Georgia. There can be 300 people walking by, 6 people wide, a little river of people moving from one hole to the next out there. And you can't hear anything. You can still hear a pin drop. It's very quiet and very regal, very reserved out there at the Masters golf tournament. Tons of tradition, lots of rules to protect the traditions. And so you really do have to mind your P's and Q's out there. It's a wonderful time. Obviously, very expensive and very difficult to get into the Masters. And once you're in there, besides some of the merch at the gift shop, things are pretty affordable. Well, Andy, we did a little bit of both. Andy's asking if we sat in one place for the tournament, maybe sitting by a certain green or sitting by a certain place to just post up for the day, or did we move around and follow people and that kind of thing? A little bit of both. I wanted to see a little bit more of the golf course this year, so I did walk around a little bit. Got to tour Amen Corner and see all those famous places that we see and hear about on television. And so I did walk around and explore some of those places for sure. But I'll show you in a second. Let me see if I get it sparked up. Let me just finish this set and I'll see if I can get it sparked up. But of course, I'm an avid golfer. So since I know golf so well and I know the pros and I know the holes, the way they're set up and how a pro might want to play that hole and so on, I found this amazing spot on hole 8. And by posting up there, about 290 yards away from the tee box on hole 8 fairway, that's where you start to get all the action. So couple different places. I actually, believe it or not, was snuck on television in the audience on hole 18 as well. But what happens when you sit on this area of the fairway at the Masters, when you sit on this area at the left side of the fairway on hole 8, you get probably some, more action than you would anywhere else on the entire golf course, to be honest with you. They're trying to avoid a bunker that goes down the right side. So they obviously tend to favor the left side of the fairway, which is right where we're sitting. And boy, this year they weren't going in that bunker. They were certainly going left. So we had a lot of action, guys. And I'm talking the type of action, Andy, where like the ball rolls underneath your chair. You know what I mean? You got to lift your feet up. You're like, whoa, and the ball's coming in, and then you're right there. I'm talking about that kind of action. And that happens hole 8 fairway. And I'll show you some pictures here in a minute. See if I can load them up. But what I thought was quite interesting is that a buddy of mine, Chase, was watching the tournament. And like I said, when I got back out, when you can start to use your darn cell phones again. Let's see if I can do this for you guys. When you start to use your cell phones again, my buddy Chase had texted me and said, "Hey, I just saw you on TV. That was so cool." And I'm like, "No way, that's so awesome." So let's see here. Let me see. Oh, I'm offline. Hold on. Let me see if I can show you the pictures. It's pretty cool. This will be kind of cool, though. You'll get an idea of why it was so funny I wore this Masters yellow. So funny. My buddies were cracking up. Come on. Connected. There we go. Oh, well, this computer's taking forever to spark up, isn't it? It's an old piece of junk here. All right, here we go. All right, so here you go. This will be cool. Let me see if I can show you here. The magnitude, the magnitude of here, let me try to position my phone like this for you guys. Whoop, whoop. So there is the shot. Now, do you guys see me right here in my Masters yellow outfit? Oh shoot. But guys, this is on the fairway, on the side of hole 8, and you'll see that these gentlemen are they're hitting their second shots from here all the way up this hill on a par 5. It's a blind 250, 260 yard shot up there to the hole 8 green. And so you'll see that my Masters yellow, there's another golfer, same area. And of course, your boy's wearing all 100% Masters yellow. Can't really miss me, can you? Could have been maybe one of the reasons why we got, why we got on. You stand out like a sore thumb. You know it, NJ. Your boy Patrick is the only one that has the cojones to go against the grain. Against the grain, yeah. Now everybody dresses very boring, as you can see. Most people wearing Masters yellow. This right here in the white shorts and red hat, that right there is my buddy Alden. This is me, of course, right here in the Masters yellow. Now, at least the guy next to me was brave enough to wear a Masters yellow hat. You see that? But I have the whole outfit on, all Masters yellow. And let's see if we can get you to the next pick. You guys are going to crack up. Here we go. All right, so bam. there's the pro golfer right here. There's your boy Patrick in his Masters yellow. Let's go see another shot. Oh, there's another pro golfer right here. There's your boy right there looking right at the camera in all Masters yellow. Oh, dang. There's a pro golfer hitting his second shot from the bush where he got stuck on the par five. And guess who's right behind him in the Masters yellow? Oh, boy. And this was one that we thought was funny. We didn't realize that this one was going to be a hitter at all. But here, let me see if I can move this over here like this. Let me see. Okay, here you go. So this was on the 18th. This is on the 18th tee box. So this is in a different area, but there's your pro golfer right there hitting his tee shot on the 18th hole, famous 18th hole. And look, we found your boy right there in the Masters yellow. So it was quite funny that that Masters yellow outfit stood me out like a sore thumb. Ain't that right? Yeah. So, anyways, we thought that was pretty funny. Uh, oh, jeez. We thought that was pretty funny anyway. Being that I did stand out like a sore thumb, there ain't no doubt about it. There ain't no doubt about it. Oh, it was so funny. So funny. But y'all know I'm a dude who likes to go a little bit against the grain, man. I don't like to just be a normal everybody, all right? It's boring. As boring as can be, being a normal everybody. Sometimes it's good to stand out. Sometimes it's good to be different. You know it. And, it wasn't that it was obnoxiously different. Standing there looking like Eminem on Billy Madison. That's so funny. It looks like we switched hats. There's no doubt about that, NJ. Oh, it was so funny, but it was so cool, though. So darn cool. And the merchandise is going to be here on Wednesday. So um, what's really cool about the Masters tournament is that they have a merch shop that has all this great stuff in it that you can only get at the Masters. Number one, but number two, what's really awesome about it is that they have their own shipping, like UPS shipping. They have their own Masters shipping right there next to the gift shop. So of course they make it ultra convenient for you to buy all sorts of stuff you don't really need but you really want, overspend way too much money, and then not have to carry it back with you, not have to carry it around the course, not have to put it in your luggage to travel back home. None of that stuff. They got the Masters gift shop, merch shop, where you go spend all this money you don't need to spend. And then right next door, you get into another line, boom, and you take all your merch you just bought and they package it all up and ship it to your house right there at the Masters. Pretty darn cool, or not so cool, depending on how much money you're trying to spend or not spend. You know what I'm saying? But wow, how convenient is that? So you go and spend all your money at the merch shop, and they go, don't worry, we got your back. We'll help you ship it right here in line number two. So you get to ship all your gear out right then and there. Let's adjust this puppy here. And so it's about a week it takes for regular price shipping. So all my merchandise I bought for myself and my friends there at the merch shop is going to be available here at the house on Wednesday if the shipping goes right. So, well, I suppose I can get a little bit more intimate with you guys. So I'm going to turn off the screen share and see if that boosts up some. All right. Oh, I thought that was pretty funny anyway. So, anyways, I turned off the screen mirroring, so we'll probably get some more action on live now. But oh, getting back to it, warming up shoulders and chest and triceps today. We're still in the 60-day six-pack challenge. So, for those of you who've been following along with that, the 60-day six-pack challenge is in day 14. We're moving right along. We took some time off to go to the Masters. Then throughout the weekend, I had to be a co-host of the real estate cash flow conference, which went really well. But when you're on a 60-day fitness challenge, and then you start to travel, or you go on a boat cruise, or like me, you go to the Masters in Augusta, there's a lot of sitting. The plane flights, the sitting during the Masters golf tournament. There's a lot of difficulty sticking to diet plans when you're traveling or on a boat cruise. And so, what we got to do, guys, when we get back from the travels, when we get back from the boat cruise, whatever it may be, what we've got to do is we've got to get right back to it and do a full reset. So that's what we're doing today. We're doing a full reset on the diet plan, full reset on the exercise plan, and we're going to get back to it. So, yes, the Masters was awesome. It was a fun time. And so was the cash flow conference, man. It was just a really good week. Just a really good week altogether. So I think I'll get my little spotter out so I don't get myself hurt here on accident. Throw some plates on here. Yeah. We're going to get right to it. A little assistance here from the chest strap. Shoulder's still a little bit injured, but that's so funny. I guess YouTube forgot who I was after a couple of days of me not going live. So YouTube ain't giving me no love right now with the algorithm. It ain't throwing me out there this morning to people that want to hear about the Masters golf tournament, which is a shame. So many people have the Masters on their bucket list, as they should, as they very well should. And what a rich history. I didn't realize all the history behind the Masters until this year when I started to read up on it and see how that golf course was created, how it was designed, and how since the 30s they've been keeping the standard traditions alive the entire time, although the rest of the golfing world has changed quite dramatically since then. But not the Masters golf tournament. No, it hasn't changed. Same traditions, same everything, which is so cool. So very cool. But we got to get back to it, eh? Oh, ooh, oh, getting right back to it. It's all we can do when we fall off. You got a couple days where you get off your diet, a couple days where you get off your plan. All we do is quick reset, right back on schedule. Diet today begins again. Workout systems, habits begin again. Just like we never took a break. I love that Eminem comment from earlier from NJ too. How funny. But, excuse me, a frog in my throat this morning. We ain't getting much love from the YouTube algorithms today, I'll tell you that. No one wants to hear about the Masters. Fine. What's up, Dexter? We're back, brother. Got back from the Masters, and the Masters trip was a hit. We were just talking about some of the cool things, and I was showing some of the photos that happened to put me on television like 7 times. It's pretty cool. So we got on TV like 7 times. I was easy to notice because I was wearing Masters yellow. We got back from the Masters tournament, went straight into the cash flow conference. I didn't have even half a day break. Got back at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening on Friday night, and then back to work running the cash flow conference the very next morning, and then Saturday and Sunday. So this is kind of like my first normal day back after going to the Masters and then co-hosting that cash flow conference all weekend, which both went well, right? So that's what's a really good thing. It was a fantastic week. The trip out to the Masters golf tournament in Augusta was stellar. And when we got back, we did the cash flow conference, which went better than I thought it would because we were using new software and it was first time running this type of event on that type of software and all that good stuff. But gosh, it went well. Um, I miss Tiger, Dexter says. Crash dummy, huh? I seen you doing burpees. Yeah, I had to get some exercise while I was out there in Augusta, Georgia. There's not much out there in Augusta, right? So there's not like a nice 24-hour fitness I could have gone to or anything like that. And we were just stuck in a little house in a little small town neighborhood. So a little burpees and push-ups in the backyard kept me a little bit on track, but certainly not where I should be. So we're getting right back to it today. But yeah, Tiger's so silly. I mean, a guy's a billionaire, pretty much. He's could have a helicopter, a limo, a presidential security team, or anything else take him anywhere he wants to go all the time. He's got that kind of dough, but decides to just drive himself, you know? Well, I guess being a really good athlete and being really rich don't make you smart. We know that. All right. I digress. Poor Tiger. Guy's so silly. If you're a billionaire, would you ever drive yourself intoxicated anywhere ever? Would you ever drive yourself, period? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I would drive myself for the fun of it. If I wanted to, like, you know, drive a truck off road or do something like that, sure, I would drive. But dude, just driving yourself around town, are you crazy? I would have a Rolls Royce be picking me up, sitting in the back seat, reclining, going places, doing business, chit chatting, or being buzzed or intoxicated if that's your whole thing. But don't drive your damn car, you nitwit. Anyway, I digress. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you this though, you guys, when you take 4 or 5 days off of your gym routine, when you have a regular gym routine, 4 or 5 days off will certainly show its face. I feel pretty weak this morning. So that means you got to get your body back to where it was before you took your little break. And that's what we're doing today. Answering some questions about the Masters golf tournament. Hey, Dex, are you still on, Dex? I'll show you these pictures. You'll laugh your ass off. Are you still on? Are you still on here, Dexter? I'll show you these photos and you'll laugh, man. NJ was cracking up about them. Yeah, check this out. You're gonna laugh. Look. Boop. Let me see. You can see that. So all you got to do is just look for the guy that's wearing Masters yellow. I had an all yellow outfit on for Masters yellow. I was wearing this hat, but I had all yellow on. So that is me literally like 10 feet behind a golfer that was hitting his ball out of that bush there. This one here, let's see. Can you see the guy wearing the Masters yellow outfit by any chance? Can you notice me? Do you notice the guy wearing the Masters yellow outfit there? So, like as Andy said, I stood out like a sore thumb. I stood out like a sore thumb. There ain't no doubt about it. Yes, yes, yes. I seen you looking like a Disney character. Absolutely, man. I went straight Daffy Duck on him over there, but got me on TV 7 times for sure. And even my buddy Chase, who was watching live on Thursday, sent me a text message afterwards and said, "Dude, I saw you on TV, bro. That was so rad." But it was rad because we were able to pick a spot where we had several golfers, as you can see, hitting their golf shots from like literally 10 or 15 feet away from right where we were standing. So that's a pretty cool experience, let me tell you. Pretty fun stuff. And yeah, thank you for the Disney. Thank you for the Disney compliment, Dexter. Appreciate you, brother. I talked about what you had with my older brother. He's a lot closer to the high tribal members. This is NJ talking. He sent you an email. Um, that may have Northern Apaho tribe on the title. Yeah, I got you. I'm supposed to. I think I'm supposed to meet up with him today and have a chat. You heard the grunts. Did you hear him fart too? Didn't? No, we didn't. I didn't hear any farts. There ain't no farts at Augusta, man. That place is quiet. You can hear a pin drop over there. So, but we did hear all the caddy conversations on those second shots, which was really cool. So you're just standing there listening to them try to figure out what to do out of some of these hard spots they put themselves in. Um, and then there was a rules official called over one time, man, because there was a big issue with what happened with that bush shot. There was some sort of like a man-made, like I don't know, the stuff that it's like a stretchy like plastic stuff, and they use it to like hold bushes up on trees so that the vines will start eventually growing up the trees, but they got to kind of strap it to the tree uh for the in the beginning before it attaches itself. And they had done that to these bushes that would otherwise been sort of on the ground, and they had picked up these bushes and put them around the tree and like taped it on there with this plastic stuff, and golfer's ball ended up in that little bush. And there was a big issue about how, um, the bush was placed there. It didn't grow there. It was placed there, and it was actually being tied up by these plastic straps that were hindering the guy's follow through where his ball was and stuff. And it should, in my opinion, have been a free drop, which would have helped him out in that situation quite a bit. Should have been a free drop, a club length or whatever from there, and he could have hit an okay shot in that. But the referee said he wasn't going to grant him any relief, and so the pro was a little bit pissed off, which I would have been as well, because that wasn't a natural obstruction. Which in the rules of golf, if it's man-made and put there on purpose and it obstructs your follow through, you're supposed to be able to drop. So I don't know what that was all about, but it was fun. I got to see some controversy and all that good stuff. Ugh. Oh, tell you what, though, after a bit of a break, after a bit of a break, um, I do feel pretty weak. So getting yourself back in action after you have a break is tough, but I'm proof in the pudding it can be done as long as you're not a little sissy pants. Got to get your shit straight and get back into it. So that's what we're doing today. And it don't feel good. It don't feel good. I don't have my energy. I got a little crick in my neck. I'm feeling weak, and I have all that going for me this morning. What happens, you guys? What happens normally? What happens normally to people that when they wake up in the morning to go get their workout in and they don't feel good, they don't feel energetic, feel tired, feel jet lagged, got like a creak in your neck, where you can't quite turn your head alone. You got to turn your shoulders and your head at the same time. And you're tired and you got no energy and you got a creak in your neck and you don't feel that great and da da da. But you're planning to get right back into your workout routine, though. What happens to most people in that situation? I think most people gut it out, gut right through it, get themselves there in the gym and start really killing it and work past their issues and work past their uncomfortable problems they have. The headache, the bellyache, the backache, the shoulder hurts. I'm too tired. I don't feel like I have the energy today. Most people just stop, guys. And the unfortunate part about letting ourselves down is that letting ourselves down can become an easy habit. So if you guys have real goals fitness wise, and you guys, maybe some of you guys are following the 60-day six-pack challenge or whatever, but yeah, you got to get up and go. You got to get up and go. And the thing is, people think they're playing catch up. Not really. It's not like over 4 or 5 days I lost a lot. It's not like you're playing catch up at this point, but people would get discouraged and people say, oh, well, I'm just going to sleep in this morning, or I'm just not going to get up and do it. It's so easy to do that. But what happens is you now have created these signals, these mental signals. And these mental signals you've created say that it's okay to let yourself down. It's okay for you to promise you're going to do something and then actually not do it. Promise yourself you're going to show up for yourself and then you let yourself not show up. Well, what happens psychologically there, guys, is that it becomes easy to keep that as a habit, because if you're okay letting yourself down, and if you're okay letting yourself fail, then what do you think you're going to do next time things get hard? Push through it, or say, no, I remember last time it was easier just to skip it, just to let myself fail. No big deal. So you can't let yourself down, guys. So this is more for me than it is for anybody else, of course, which is you got back from your mini vacation. Okay. Got back from the vacation, got back from the Masters. Good for you. Ran the cash flow conference this weekend. Went great. Good for you. Yippee-ki-yay. Now get your ass to work. Still on the 60-day six-pack challenge. We're in day 14. I told you guys you'd be able to watch my success or lack thereof. And if it's lack thereof, that's fine. It's a challenge. But I can't let myself down. And at the end of the challenge, say that it was because I let myself off the hook. I let myself be lazy. Can't go that route. That would be letting myself down. If I don't get the six-pack that I want within the 60-day six-pack challenge, but I know I worked my ass off to try to achieve it and I didn't let myself down, then the results are the results. We got to keep pushing. But certainly, guys, don't say it's okay to let yourself down. Don't say it's okay for you to break your promises to yourself. It's when that becomes a habit that failure is guaranteed, just about. Might have a setback, might have a day off, might have a week of vacationing or bad diet or travel. Throws you off your plans a little bit. It's all right. I found a way to eat pretty good out there for what I could. I found a way to eat really good out there for the most part. And I found a way to do some exercising out there. Did some push-ups and some burpees outside in the backyard of the house in Augusta, Georgia. So we still found a way. But certainly not on schedule like I was prior to leaving to go to the Masters. So, first chance I have, guys, it is to turn the dial back, reset. That's right, Dexter says. Reset it. We're only day 14 of the 60-day challenge, guys. Day 14 or 15 of the 60-day challenge, something like that. So, my eating habits have changed, so that's a good thing. 14 days in, I don't have the equipment to work out. You don't need equipment to work out. Have you ever seen how buff and fit and in shape the guys are from prison that are on solitary lockdown? They literally only have a bench or a bed, a concrete bed, a toilet that has a drinking fountain attached to the top of it, bars that hold them in the cell, and flat concrete walls. That's all those guys have. And they tend to come out there more buff than most bodybuilders. So that'll tell you something. Do you need a gym? Do you need a bench? Do you need a pulley system? Do you need a setup? No, you don't. No, you don't. But what you need is action. You need to get your ass on the ground. And you need to do 100 push-ups a day, minimum. 100 sit-ups a day, minimum. You need to try to jump some rope, skip some rope, which requires coordination and cardio. And you can get a jump rope for cheap. And you can even get these little push-up things called the Perfect Push-Up that I bought for Desi. Yeah, that's right. Dexter's saying push-ups, pull-ups, dips, all that stuff, guys. You know how they figured out a long time ago that working out with your own body weight was such a great way of working out? Well, you'll know they came out with the Total Gym. You remember the Total Gym? Total Gym was a little machine. It was like the olden day Pilates almost machine that they didn't know what Pilates was back then. But you remember the Total Gym was pretty badass. It was pretty much lifting up your own body weight in a pulley system. You can put it in different angles of attack and all that good stuff. But you guys, you don't need equipment to get in shape. Okay. You just don't need equipment to get in shape. You need action. You need to work out 5 days a week. And in those 5 days a week, what are you doing? Oh, ooh, dips are tough on my old shoulder there. Yes, but push-ups, pull-ups, dips, squat jumps, walking lunges, walking lunges, jumping rope, push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups. If you guys can't do pull-ups, because you guys could do pull-ups just about on anything you can hang from, but I'll tell you this, for a couple of bucks, right? For a couple of bucks, they sell these resistance bands, which are good for your shoulders and stuff, anyways. But you can definitely get these resistance bands just at a normal sporting goods store, a Big Five or whatever. And these resistance bands are fantastic. They definitely will give you a good workout. And also, too, if you have some sort of thing that you can do pull ups on, I can sling this around here and give it a little tie up. Okay. And if you need some assistance, guys, you can put your feet in this and you can give yourself a little assistance with your pull ups just with these resistance bands. Um, you can do all sorts of different exercises and be really creative with these resistance bands. So there's all sorts of ways you can get it done, you guys. Don't need fancy equipment. Don't need to build a gym in your garage like I have. You don't need an Olympic bar. Yeah, air squats, doing jump squats. Love the hat, NJ. Thank you. Yeah, cool little melon hat I got to wear to the Masters. Got that Masters green and that little bit of like plaid to it. Pretty sick. I really do like it. Thank you. Fun hat to wear. I get a lot of compliments on this hat, which is crazy. From people that have no idea about the Masters, just say, hey, that's a cool hat. So fun times. Check out Melon. They're expensive. They're expensive hats. Yeah, and we got this cool shirt, Masters 2026. On the back, it has that the same um, the same patch that the caddies have on the back of their caddy outfit at the Masters. So I was able to sneak a shirt or two into my luggage to bring home. But on Wednesday, 2 days from now, the real delivery comes from the Masters shipping with all the good stuff in there. Got a friend or two, some things, my golfer buddies got him a hat, a cool hat for the Masters, golf shirt, things like that. Sure is easy to spend that money over there at that Masters gift shop. I will tell you that, honey. Woo, doctor. Real easy. As a matter of fact, one of my buddies we were with spent over $10,000. Ooh, gross. Ew, yuck, gross. But I do think, NJ, I have a call with your brother. I think we're trying to get on the schedule today to talk about that connection with the tribe and everything like that. I'm gonna open this door. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. I won't take off all my clothes. But a light workout today, guys. A light workout to get yourself back into it, get back into it mentally, get back into it physically, get your body going, get your muscles back warmed up because you took some days off. We don't come in day one back after vacation and hit it hard, try to rip our shoulders out of socket or something like that. So, shoulder presses, bench presses, dips, and triceps today. That's all we're doing. Might even throw some abs in there since we're still in this dang 60-day six-pack challenge. You know that? Might as well do some abs every day. I think let's try this. Here would be a fun challenge for anybody who's willing to do this one with me. Let's say for the rest of the 60-day challenge, what we've got, we're on day 14 or 15 now. So for the next 40 days, 45 days, what if we just did 100 sit-ups a day? And it doesn't have to be 100 sit-ups all in one fell swoop. I don't know why that NJ, your message got retracted, or maybe you retracted it. I don't know. But I got my weights from Craigslist, people who moved or just gave up working out. There you go. 100%. That's a good way for someone like Andy to, sport up and actually get some pieces of equipment for the house so that he can work out. But yeah, you can get some dumbbells and a bench and a pull-up bar or whatever right there off of Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or whatever. And yeah, and you know what's up. It's all good. You can do these little workouts, man. You don't need a lot. Don't need a lot, guys. Calisthenics, using your body weight, doing jump squats, doing Russian lunges, one leg lunges, doing flexibility exercises, push ups, pull ups, sit ups, all those good things. That'll get somebody in shape real quick, too. You've seen guys, the guys in prison will take, water containers, or they'll take, pillow sacks and fill them with stuff so they weigh something. And they'll be just, so, guys, you just find a way. That's the thing. It's the doing it every day consistently over a long period of time that gets you in shape. If you did 100 sit-ups, even if it was just you drop down, you do 10 sit-ups now, and a half an hour from now you do 10 more, and half an hour from then maybe you do 15 or 20, and then when you get home you do another 20 or 30, and then maybe before you eat dinner you do 10 more, and so forth. But if you did 100 sit-ups throughout the day for 45 days straight, what do you think would happen to your abdominals? Huh? I guarantee it wouldn't be anything bad. Ugh. Yes. That feels good though. So let's see where we're at after all the egg salad sandwiches, the travel, and we got to be open and transparent about our fat belly progress. What do we think? Didn't change much, did it? Matter of fact, I think it got better. I think when we started the 60-day six-pack challenge 15 days ago, I weighed 171 pounds, and I just weighed at 167 pounds. So in the last 14 days with traveling and bad diet, I still managed to lose like 4 or 5 pounds and didn't lose much muscle mass. So it's all good. But transparency says I have to show you guys my progress or lack thereof with the 60-day six-pack challenge. It does feels like we're starting to get a little bit of progress, y'all. A little bit of progress. Certainly not where we want to be, but we'll see. We got 45 more days. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Ew, that's gross, NJ. um, no more back pain. The core gets stronger. Yeah, for sure. For certain. For certain. It does. But definitely have work to do. So we got 45 more days for the 60-day six-pack challenge, and we still ain't where we want to be yet. But we're going to find out where we get to by day 60. There's got to be some sort of compounding effect to the training, doesn't there? Meaning, like in the first 2 weeks, you probably don't see really much of a change. Second 2 weeks, you probably start to, like I'm now going to start to notice it a little bit. The third 2 weeks time, which puts you at like, what, 14? We have put you less than 60 days for sure. A little more than halfway there. You probably have to see some major change. And then who knows? By the time you get to the 60-day time period and a 60-day challenge, maybe all that effort begins to compound, and then you'll start to see major results by about then. But you don't know, guys. We don't know until we try. That's the thing. If we have expected results, we're stupid. You don't know what the results are going to be. I can't expect in 60 days to have a six-pack abs like a fitness influencer that's been working on it for 10 years, okay? That's just not right. So don't over expect. But the bottom line is 60-day six-pack challenge says if you bust your ass for 60 days straight, will you have more of a six-pack? Will you lose weight? Will you look better? I promise you, yes. The answer is yes. Nothing bad can come from a 60-day challenge of any type with your health or your fitness. The challenge part of it, guys, it just makes you stick to something and be consistent. That's all. Because you're challenging yourself and you're giving yourself a certain amount of time. When you set those targets, when you set a certain amount of time, a certain target, a certain goal, and you're saying, by this time, I want to do this, what it does is it helps keep you consistent and helps push you more than if you just say, oh, I think I want to try to get a six-pack abs. I'm going to work on that. Well, sure. But if you said, I want to try to get a six-pack ab in 60 days, and you put a challenge on yourself that way, then it's a little bit of a different motivation. That's all. So last set of dips here. We'll do some triceps and we'll get back to real life today. Okay. Whew, getting there. But at least we're getting a little bit of a pump, guys. Muscles are just getting back in action from being on airplanes and sitting around and all those good things. The Masters, the cash flow conference, it's all been fun, but it's time to get back to real life. Get back to this 60-day six-pack challenge. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to do some triceps to end up the day. And guys, you guys know too, if you want to follow the dieting part of the 60-day six-pack challenge, follow along with the meals that I'm eating and kind of how I'm trying to stick to a high protein, low carb diet to help with the 60-day six-pack challenge. And if you want the updates on the diet and the food we're eating on the daily, then you go to my Instagram at @thepatrickfranz and go follow me on Instagram because I'm posting the food I eat and stuff like that daily in my stories. So you can guys follow along with the diet portion of all this. But the 60-day six-pack challenge, we're about 14 or 15 days in, and we haven't seen the progress that we want yet. We took time off in order to go to the Masters, run the cash flow conference and all, and now we're back to it. But no days off. Getting back to some shoulders, chest, and triceps today. Just getting the muscles back to warmed up and used to the routine. And, so you all know too, in the idea of just having like one small set of dumbbells, um, if you just have a small set of like, say, 15 or 20-pound dumbbells, these kind of tricep exercises you can do too, just by holding the weight behind you like that and pressing it up here. And you do enough reps of these, I'm telling you, just with a 20-pound dumbbell, and your triceps will feel nice and pumped for sure. So we're in day 15 of the 60-day six-pack challenge. It's a pain in the ass, but we're going to stick to the diet. We're going to stick to the workouts. Oh, I see what you're saying, NJ. Yeah, I was wondering what you were saying. I'm like, huh. Like he wiped himself with it? That's disgusting. But it whacked him, huh? Yeah. What happened was when I started working out again, I tore my shoulder here pretty good. I was doing bench presses and I heard it go, and I was stuck under the weight and everything. It was bad news. But I hurt my shoulder really bad, and I had to come back from that shoulder injury. And one of the ways it gave me my confidence back to start doing kind of bench presses and things like that with the injury was to get that little elastic strap, because it's really at the very bottom of the rep when everything's all stretched out, and at the bottom of the rep when you get your shoulder injuries normally. And it kind of just helps as a spotter would at the gym if you had somebody you're working out with. It helps at the very bottom of that rep at the toughest point. And so it just gave me my confidence back to be able to do bench presses and stuff like that. Yeah, I know you auto corrected that one. That's why I wasn't saying it out loud. You realize I wasn't talking about your comments because I was like, dude, this is getting weird, NJ. Some dude at the gym took his strap off and wiped himself with it and then got a red back. I'm like, okay. That's funny. Ah, shoot. Anyway. Classic. It's funny how this happens on these lives and these comments, right? Autocorrect. We got issues with the internet connection. You never know what's going to happen on these videos in the mornings. Pretty funny. What the hell? What gym do you go to? Ah, 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 oh my gosh. I've seen it all over my face while I was like, what are you saying? What are you talking about with that comment? I'm reading it going, I don't know. what she's saying, but no. Hopefully the dude didn't take his strap off at the gym and wipe himself with it. I'm like, what the hell? All right. Autocorrect. Whacked him with it or something like that. You meant to say, I'm certain. Oh my gosh. And just one more little set of triceps is all we're doing, but you guys want to keep it up, man. Keep following along. I'm going to get back on track. This is right ready to nip it in the bud today. Diet and exercise begins. Once again, 60-day six-pack challenge. We've got about 45 days left. And I'm trying to see if I can get this dang fat off my belly. And it's going to have to do with some diet and some extra cardio along this journey, not just these shoulder presses and triceps, okay? But, interesting, like you said, if you did 100 sit-ups throughout the day, intermittently, you just made sure you got 100 sit-ups in throughout the whole day. If you did 100 sit-ups per day for 45 days straight, what do you think would happen? What do you think maybe could be the result of something like that? Interesting. Let's try it. Don't know until you try, right? Fast for 3 days? I might be thinking about something like that, Dexter. Oh, okay. All right. That's getting pretty good for day one, I think. It's getting warm, even though it's like weird. It's like strangely cloudy kind of in San Diego. But I know it's going to be time to take the little one to school. We'll go outside real quick so I can say bye to y'all, but it's still nice out here. Ah, yes. It was a little rainy in San Diego over the last 24 hours, but it's very nice out here today. Ah, yes. Ah, yeah. Very nice out here today, you guys. See my little favorite mountain over here? And see that last time we went out here, it's probably because of the rain, there won't be. Last time we were out here, it just so happened that a coyote was walking by on this trail live while we were on the video. So, but as you can see, beautiful, kind of somewhat cloudy, partly sunny day here in San Diego. My beautiful little mountain right over here. And it's just a gorgeous day, gorgeous life, guys. Remember to appreciate all you've got. Remember to appreciate all the friends, all the memories, and the idea that we have this one little life to live, that's all. And we got to make the most of it. I think that, my take, the more financially successful we are and the more physically fit we are, the better life can be. I'm not saying that solves all problems, but I can tell you, man, physical health, it means everything. And of course, having some sort of wealth and some sort of choices you can make in life because you're not just stuck in broke mode is also allows us to live a much better life. So you guys know it's physical and financial fitness with Patrick here in the mornings. You guys are all my regulars, but for those who may watch this replay, be on here, 6? Let's see. Is it going to spark back up? Oh, there we go. All right. So sorry about that. I got a call, but on the journey together, guys. So 6:45 to 8 a.m. here Pacific time, right here in the garage gym we call the dungeon. And we're going to be working out and talking financial strategies as we normally do. Stick along for the 60-day six-pack challenge. Let's crush it together. Get back on the workouts, the sit-ups, and the dieting starting today. We got 45 days to accomplish that. And go over to my Instagram at the Patrick Franz and follow along the stories that I post throughout the day. Is going to show the dieting throughout the 60-day six-pack challenge. And we'll be right back here to motivate each other tomorrow. So get in your best physical shape, your best financial shape you can be in, no matter what age or what point you're starting from. Let's do it together. Let's motivate each other to get better. All right. We'll check you guys later. See you tomorrow.